What's going on, everybody? Welcome into What You Heard Reviews.
Yes. We are back. Make sure you subscribe to become part of the tribe. Do us right. Hit that like and comment because you are loving the content. Now, we're back with another fire one, man. And this one is dope because we've been waiting on this.
We've been waiting on this one. Yes, we have been waiting on this one, man.
Ever since our introduction to this artist via Snoop Dogg's collaboration, commemoration, his collective projects that he's been putting out over the last couple of years. We got Jane Handcock.
Yes, we do.
World of Women.
Yeah, man. This is a cool project, man. This is a cool project, man. I'm excited to dive into this one, man.
Yeah. So, initial thoughts right out the gate. Obviously, man, Jane Handcock can sing for real. Yeah. Like for real. And then being a Bay Area Cali artist, her stories are very raw. You know what I'm saying? It's street love type stuff.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it can get a little graphic. Yeah. You know what I mean? From time to time.
Hey man, it's kind of that R&B though, you know? Yeah. I mean, like it is a little graphic, but it's you almost expect it. You know, because it's just what it is. Yep. You know, and it's the love, it's the hate, it's the all of weird relationship, it's smashing. The, you know, yeah, it's all of it. Yeah. You know, and I do, man. I just initially, I like this project.
Yes.
Am I in love with it? No.
Okay.
But I do enjoy it.
Okay.
And so let's start off, man. First up is it a project?
Is it a project?
I would say yes and no. So the thing is, this is going to be the through line for me here. Is World of Women.
Right.
Okay. There is definitely tracks that are World of Women.
Right.
The problem I have, and here's the through line, is Snoop.
Yes.
Snoop throws a wrench in this whole project.
Yes. And look, man, we love Snoop.
Love Snoop. Bro,
the girls love Snoop. You know what I'm saying? That's the first track on the album.
First track, right? And it's just like, okay, wait, this is not what. And so I get it, like he's introducing her, right? And I get it, he's hosting this album.
In a sense, yes.
But it's too much.
It is too much.
So that's where the project falls for me.
I agree.
As far as a project goes.
I agree.
So that's why I said yes and no. Because of Snoop. And it is my major problem with this album.
Right.
Let's just get it out the way right off the bat.
Yeah, I agree.
It is the major problem with this album.
I think that's part of it, and I would have liked to see more female presence on features throughout the album.
Yeah.
I think there was only basically 2 features, and Snoop Dogg's one of them, and then October London featured on That's On Me. So, I agree with you. And then we'll kind of get into more of the stuff as we go down the line. Yeah. And I love Snoop, but it was just too much. It was too much. Oh, yeah, we got Miss Jane Handcock, and she's about to tell you about love. Well,
let's dive in this just a little bit more, just real quick. Okay. And I feel like we need to address this a little bit more. Okay. So the first song is, to me, unnecessary as far as what he's doing here.
It is.
Right? So that can go. Now, hosting it in the sense like, and he does it somewhere around track number 5 or 6. I can't remember which one it was, but he's basically saying,
"Oh, the price went up."
Yes, the price went up. Thank you. And he goes, "Now that we're into it, I'm introducing you from the Bay Area." And I'm like, this should have been straight off the gate, track number 1.
Right.
You know, why we track number 5, 6 in this? Yeah. You know, but then it gets more and more as it gets more heavy-handed towards the end of the album. Towards the end of
the project,
and I'm like, now it's overkill.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Like, it could have been done like twice, 3 max.
I agree.
And I have to address this because it's such an issue with me.
1,000%.
and it throws a wrench in the project. So now let's go to flow.
Let's go to flow.
Yeah.
And that's and so kind of this kind of does lead with as far as it being a project as well, especially for this project. I would say the flow was good. I felt like there was definitely some tracks that were either unnecessary or just not in the right spot. And I can't tell you which one, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know if they were unnecessary or if they're just not in the right spot. I don't know.
Okay, so I will say this, because this is
because like price went up. That's how I feel about price went up. I'm like, is this just not in the right spot, or should it not be on the album at all? And because it's a good song, it's just maybe, or like you said, maybe now that's track number 1, 2, Madman's World, and then the price went up, and then now we're leading into the rest of the album.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? That might have been it.
Yeah, and I agree with you. There's not necessarily something you can directly attribute to.
Right.
But I will say the positive about the flow is that she gives you a lot.
Yes.
So there's some bouncy tracks. There's the slow melodic type of tracks. There's the reggae tracks. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, for sure.
She does give you a lot in that sense, and I do appreciate that. But then there's somewhere along the line where that flow does get kind of like, it's kind of jarring a little bit here and there.
Yeah.
You know, and for me personally, it really happens towards the last part of the album. Basically from track number 9, where Snoop is, and then Good Time, Puff Puff Pass, Dirt on My Name. These are fine songs. I'm not saying that they're bad songs.
Right.
It's just like the flow of it is weird to me.
It is.
And it's all Snoop at the end. And I'm like, okay, if you're going to have Snoop all over an album, you should do 1, 3. I mean, you should just do it every other one at this point, because it's like the flow just kind of gets jacked up.
It does.
To me.
For sure.
Then we have production.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's
fire, dude.
Yeah, the production is
fire,
there's nothing to really speak about here. Like, production is fire. I mean, at this point, man, music is so good that production is never, it's rarely rare. I don't think it's been a super issue for any album that we've reviewed, and this is no different, man. It's got the West Coast vibes, like you said. It's got the melodic vibes, more R&B type vibes. It's got the kickback vibes, and the production is very, very well done. Well done.
It is well done, and you wouldn't expect anything less from like a Death Row Records Snoop taking that over.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, he's going to throw the money at it to make sure the production level is on par,
he's got
right?
the connects. He's got the
engineers, the mixing.
It ain't nothing but a text message from Unc. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So he's got all those guys, and girls at the fingertips, to work on these
1,000%.
Next is lyrics.
I'm up and down with this, bro, because now I'm gonna say this: like price went up, right? It's not. The lyrics are okay,
right? Yeah.
Puff Puff Pass, Dirt on My Name. Lyrics are okay. You know what I'm saying? But I think, when you get into like Land Next to Me, man, okay, now you're really spitting. When you get into That's On Me with October London,
that's on
now
me,
you're
man.
really spitting.
Those one of
you know
the
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Best Friend, is more of a story, the way she's telling it. So lyrically, it's got some high points, but then it's also got these tracks that I think that she's trying to make them fun. The Puff Puff Passes.
Right.
Price went up. So it's not going to be super
I got to
lyrical.
shout out real quick for lyric-wise, Interlude.
Oh, Interlude, yeah.
Interlude's crazy, bro, because it's 1 minute and 30, and it's a straight song.
It's a straight song.
And she even says, this is my interlude, and it's beautifully done.
Dope.
The way, the lyrics-wise, the way she uses
interlude,
interlude
and then she ends it, she's like, yeah, that was it.
Yeah.
She's like, yeah, that was it. I was like, no.
Fantastic interlude.
Yeah,
bro.
that interlude's
I
fire.
really do like that, man. I have to shout that out, dude, because it's
good call
very
out.
important. So
for sure.
Next up is replayability.
Yeah, man.
Is this replayable?
I feel like most of the album is, man. I put
I'm gonna cut you off. Sorry, real quick, man. This is where I have a problem with Snoop again.
Okay.
Because sometimes the replayability gets in the way because of what he does.
Right.
And especially because I think it's Puff Puff Pass, dude, where he's singing towards the end. Like, he's doing that thing. He's like, oh, yeah. Puff puff, you know, and you're like, all right, bro, like the song is okay as it is, but it's like, then you add that on top of it. I don't want to hear that.
Right.
Once it gets to that, I'm over. I'm okay. What's the next?
Right.
You know what I mean? So again, the Snoop thing comes into play again, where
it does.
The replayability of it in certain
and we love
songs,
Unk, man. We love Unk, but it's just like, man.
It's too much. It's too overkill.
Yeah,
for me.
For sure.
And it can ruin, because what happens is he'll say something at the end of the song, and then it'll go over to the next track. You know what I mean? And so that just is kind of a little bit weird to me, man.
I'm with
like
you.
when you're replaying something, especially if you like a song.
Right.
So I think if you are going to listen to the album, listen to the whole thing. That way you at least get context of why he's saying certain things in there. You know, because like I said, you got the stuff at the end and then to the beginning. So yes, I would agree. It's somewhere in the middle. It's somewhere 50-50. You know, like there are definitely really good tracks on here.
Definitely.
So, yeah.
And then, man, is it a vibrant thing? Hey, a vibrant thing. Yes, it is, man. Shout out to Q-Tip. This is a vibrant thing, man. There's so many vibes on this album.
This is my favorite part about this album, man. Is there's so many different vibes.
It is a vibe check, bro, for real. Yeah, it's super vibey.
It definitely takes you through a roller coaster.
Yeah, you can rock. You know, you cleaning the house, you hitting the streets. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you're doing, there's definitely something for each mood on this album.
And it's not going to take up a lot of your time either.
No.
I think it's like a 35-minute album, if I'm not mistaken, somewhere right around there.
35 minutes, 13 songs, 35 minutes. So not too bad.
Yeah, because there's a lot of them that are. I think there's like 2 or 3 tracks that are about a minute and 40 seconds long.
Yeah, 2 minutes, right around the 2 minute. Yeah,
right?
Yep,
you know,
for sure.
But then there was a couple other ones that are short and sweet, but
for sure.
But they hit. They work.
Yep.
You know, they don't need to be 3.5, 4 minutes long. You know, it doesn't call for it necessarily.
Right.
But does it have a vibe to it? For sure. It's a Cali thing. It's really
Westy all the way for sure.
So score time, man. What you got?
I went back and forth on this. I'm pretty much settled where I'm at. I have this album, World of Women, Jane Handcock, at a 7.5.
Nice. Okay. Good score, dude. I have a little bit higher. I have it about an 8.
Okay.
Because I really do enjoy the reggae tracks, the different because you're not getting the same thing over and over again.
Right.
And what you typically do with R&B in particular.
Okay.
Which is fine,
Yeah.
right? But since there's 13 tracks, I was like, man, I kind of have to give this an 8, man, because I love her voice.
Yeah,
man.
nah, she can sing.
And
for
the
real.
one with October London, bro.
October London did his thing on there.
Oh my gosh, dude, it's got to be my favorite track on here. It's right about the same, dude. 7.5.
Yeah, I was in between the 7 and the 8. I split the difference.
Sure.
Because there are some tracks on here like "Laying Next to Me" that I just fire. Right. I mean, there's some fire tracks on here, and then there's just some where it's like not super skippable, but I got to be in the mood for them.
Right. You know, you're just like, all right. Okay.
So
not
there
today.
it is, man.
There you go.
Fizzy.
You guys stay safe. You guys stay positive out there.
And as always, call Snoop because he'll do your whole album for you. Peace.